All right, I had somebody ask me how to adjust the exposure on the Canon VIXIA HF R700. So I will show you how to do that. All right, open the door, wait for the menu. Here's the menu. Yeah, the lens cover is not open, I know that. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. Actually, we'll open the lens cover. Where are we here? Because then we'll show you the difference of the exposure. So go to the home button, shooting mode. So normally I think by default it starts on auto. So if you're on auto and you want to adjust the manual settings, and you go into the menu and you go to main functions, you're going to see a bunch of these grayed out. So you can still play around with these three settings, but you only have 6 options here and 3 are grayed out. So check this out. If you go to shooting mode and you pick a mode that's not baby mode, not auto, like say you pick scene, which is what I use. Okay, just get out of that. Pick OK for, I'll pick low light. So now when you go to the main screen, when you go back to main functions, hit OK. Now you have a couple more options. You can scroll down and now you see focus, exposure. Exposure is an option. So pull up exposure. Now you have this, really, you don't really have much here. You have an M button. Press the M button. And then you have this bar down here and you can scroll to get brighter, or you can scroll to the left to darken the exposure. So, and then if you just hit M again, it'll go back to the normal exposure. So if you hit, say you want to open it up to say like 0.75, all you got to do is hit the X button right here and it'll keep that exposure. Now if you go back in, down to exposure, you can darken the exposure. Let's really darken it so that you can see the difference here. And then see it stays at that exposure rate and actually tells you right there. So, and then you can just go right back to exposure again, hit the M button, and it goes back to the default of 0. So that's it. That's how you set the exposure, and so you can lock it if you're in a low light situation or a situation where you don't want it to be on automatic setting. Okay? Tune in next time for the next lesson. That is the Canon VIXIA HF R700.